Well, hey, y'all, it's Grace Rountree from Austin, Texas. Yay, yay! And hook 'em.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maud Soper. I'm here with Farside magazine, and today we are going to be talking to Miss Grace Rountree. She is my beautiful friend and a very talented photographer. She worked backstage at the Miss All-American pageant this summer. She's been featured in F-Stop magazine. The list goes on. But yeah, today we're just kind of going to be having like a little discussion about all things style and culture. That's kind of what we do here. So we're obviously both about to graduate.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
And I just kind of wanted to ask you, because we've actually never talked about like why you decided to go to SCAD, and like if you always knew you wanted a career in the arts, if you always knew it was going to be photography, if you changed your major. I don't even know.
Okay. I did not even know about SCAD until after I submitted maybe like 6 applications to other state schools. All I know is that I submitted applications just for what I wanted, which was something either artistic wise or business wise. The both so that I could hopefully be artistic in myself, but then also leave work with a fat check, honestly.
Exact same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
So I finally heard about SCAD while I was waiting for answers from the colleges I attended to, and I honestly was never ever like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to be in a sorority and I want to do all these things. I just wanted to do school and get out, but no hate to sororities. I find friends in very interesting ways. So I applied to SCAD out of like kicks and giggles, thinking like, oh, maybe I won't get in, maybe it'll work. And I toured twice. The first year I came on St. Patrick's Day or St. Patrick's weekend.
Oh my god. And you're like, yeah, maybe not.
I was like, I think I found my sorority, because it was very crazy, but it was so, I feel like the word unique is like thrown around a lot, but it was so unique in the way that people dressed, celebrated. I'm having the most fancy dinner with my mom at the Public, and we're sitting outside and we see a woman peeing down the stairs, like fully clothed. And
That's Savannah for you.
I saw that and was like, that's a sense of home, truly. I just thought, yeah, I could do this. I got in, got scholarship, which I think pretty much almost everybody gets the little scholarship like right when you get in. So after the second tour, I said, hell yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Was that too much?
No, I love it. It's so you. Which kind of leads me into my next question, which is, in 3 words, describe Grace Rountree. We can cut for you to think.
I would say it's never right to call yourself funny, because that means you're not funny.
Okay, well,
right?
then, like, how, like, 3 words that your friends use often to describe you.
Funny.
There you go.
Funny, impulsive, but like with care, and caring. I care a lot for my people. Just caring.
Absolutely.
Loving.
I was thinking that. I was like, yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, you care a lot. You're so passionate. It shows up in everything that you do. We're sitting in Grace's beautiful apartment right now that is decorated to the nines. It's just like there's just so many cool things everywhere. And it's very distinct. Like there's so many different kinds of things everywhere here, but you create like a very specific vibe. And I kind of just wanted to ask you, like, what aesthetics are you drawn to the most, and like, why do you think that is?
I discovered the aesthetic indie sleaze after presenting one of my photo finals, and someone in the class said, "Oh, it's very indie sleaze," and I said, "Who's that?" And the whole class laughed, and they described what it was, but I don't. I'm like a mix of indie sleaze with like a tiny bit of class, if that makes sense.
Totally. There's an elegance.
Yeah, I yeah, I guess. I guess the a phrase to describe it is like punk in a palace. Like,
Absolutely.
if you agree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you think that your aesthetic shows up in like your work, like your photography specifically?
Definitely, but sometimes it can be conveyed as not like too emotional, but too lack for a better word, emo. And but the people that think it's emo or too dark never ever read the description for why it was made or why I chose that topic or certain topics. So it just depends how
No, yeah.
people see it.
Absolutely. I mean, everything is up to interpretation. But do you have any sort of goal, like when you come up with maybe a passion project and you're shooting someone, like do you have shooting someone? You're shooting photos of someone?
That's like actually such a thing. Like I'm like I'll have a someone hire me. I'm like, I can't wait to shoot your kids, and then I stand there like, it's weird. But everyone knows it's photography.
Yeah, context photography. But do you have like a goal, like an end goal of like how you're trying to make people feel, or like some sort of emotion that you're trying to convey or communicate through your art?
I want them to feel intimate, to feel sentimental, even though I'm like just a stranger that they hired or just a student that's doing a project. I always know that I succeeded hearing the feedback from either clients or my class, knowing like I'm so moved by this one, I'm so moved by that one, and throughout the series. So it's more documentary style work that I do. So it's not very commercial, bright lights. I work with the lighting I have, adjust the camera, and hope to capture any raw moments.
No, totally.
Just completely candid.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that when I was introducing you, that you do a lot more of like documentary style things, and you were talking like, oh, people think I'm funny and like blah blah blah, and I think you're really good at like making people feel at ease and calm and connecting with people and just like being so kind and caring, which kind of makes me want to talk about your work that got selected for F-Stop magazine and just like how that kind of came about, because I know it was more just like you walking around like talking to people, and that's kind of how it came to be.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I walk Forsyth Park. I literally am the block or square right behind Forsyth Park.
Lucky.
And I go for photo walks or just a walk pretty much every night, or I try to. And I would go with a friend, Peyton Edwards, shout out. And I always brought my camera, and we kept seeing these same little boys playing basketball, and we would walk past the basketball court, and they're either like, it's okay, bro, it's okay, dude, it's okay, love you for life, or like, stuff like that. Or 4 nights later or a month later, they're like, I don't really mess with the way that you just played horse with us, like, like horse. So one night I was like, Peyton, will you please come with me? Like, it's the one night I didn't bring my camera. And I'm like, the lights are on, the like court lights are on. There are so many little kids playing, and so we sprinted back to my place, grabbed my camera, and we ended up staying there for like an hour and a half. And Peyton played horse with them, and I interviewed them. That just tickles me, the interviews and videos I have. And
oh my gosh, I'd love to see them.
they all range from the age of 11 to 13 and then or 14, but those were mainly like bigger brothers. But so the majority of them were in middle school or just started middle school, and they thought that they were on the red carpet and seeing my flash go
That's
off
so
every time I
cute.
took a picture, and they loved it. And I haven't seen them in a while, but I keep going back.
Yeah,
I miss them.
just making everyone feel like a superstar.
It just felt like true Savannah basketball
Yes.
court and
Yes.
street life. I love street photography too. So
Yeah, totally. I see that.
okay.
Yeah, speaking of shooting people, would you love to maybe explain why your photography Instagram is called Pistol Raw?
Yes. A lot of people find it offensive or think that I think certain things or view things a certain way just from the name, which is kind of interesting. But when I describe it, pistol is more. I grew up in Texas. I've shot several guns and
That might be important context here.
shot several guns, and I remember just being little, like quite young, and my grandpa was holding me for the kickback of the gun so that I like don't fall over. And I just remember the like looking down the sights of the barrel or of 22 or of whatever and seeing it clearly and hoping that I hit the target, hit the shot. But that just reminds me of looking into the sights of my view camera and just hoping to have that sharp edge photography, crystal clear, and then the background can be blurred, and then the raw part is for the subjects, the context that I shoot. Maybe if it's grainy or if I make it out of focus on purpose. And I just love Pistol Raw. I came up with it, loved it, and I made my own logo, my own typography from my graphic design class. That caused me hell. But
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously being from Texas has influenced you in that way. Do you think
welcome.
that
Sorry, so
it
sorry.
has...
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just trying to form my question. Do you think that it has influenced you and your style in general? I mean, it obviously has, but are there like any like standout things that like...
I feel like cowboy boots are nationwide, not so universally, but like nationwide, loved and appreciated, and like people that come from Miss LA over here, like don't
I wear cowboy boots.
you do, but
Yeah.
I wear them 5 times a week, and then sometimes people say like, oh, I don't know
I
how you
also
just
am like a unique case because I grew up riding horses, so that's like really not
true.
everyone.
True.
But fry boots are kind of...
I know. I hope I'm not saying anything poorly.
No, you're not. Totally.
Or making anyone feel bad, but it's...
No, it's okay. You're the OG cowgirl, like, whatever.
But, like, people have said, they're like, I don't know how you just confidently wear cutoff shorts, boots, and a t-shirt. I'm like, yes, I do. And that's also part of being from Texas. It's made me loud, confident, and do not care. And it's...
I feel like this leads into your flip-flop addiction, too.
It's
Sorry.
40 degrees outside. I wore flip-flops to go pick up this camera equipment. People do they look up and down and then stop at the down when they see I have flops on. um,
Yes, I
but
love
other
it.
than Texas, I feel like it's not different anywhere else really. Like,
Just the confidence, just the big loud confidence.
yeah.
I love it.
Can I explain like a tiny bit more?
Please.
Okay. It truly didn't take until I started my long distance relationship freshman year for me to really think about fashion and style and how people dress everywhere. Because long distance is very hard. And you start thinking about who they go to class with, what are they wearing, and like what his major was. And so I'm like, who would he be surrounded by? Because I saw who I was surrounded by all throughout SCAD, and then who I was surrounded by only in select classes for my major. We had similar majors, and so I'm like, these girls are probably dressing either athleisure or they're super doped out in a great way, good way, like non-drug way, and swaggy with classy, like, and I like really thought about that, about how they be dressing, and it's
And where do you think you landed? Because I feel like you have a pretty unique style.
It is. I'm very influenced by my mother's style, and then Crazy Grace. Like, it's. I would just call it like funky town.
Can you describe, can you give like examples for whoever might be?
It will
Listening.
be like, honestly, this skirt I would wear with a ripped up t-shirt and then a really nice half cardigan over it and then a scarf over my head or a hat. Or I do this with a tank top and then like a trashy trucker hat. And
She has a lot of trucker hats, you guys.
I have so many hats.
Didn't
It's
you
just-
like someone like come up to you in the airport and be like, "Hey, why do you have
DM'd me
so many
today,
hats?"
actually.
Really?
Yeah, no, I had my hats clipped to the little hook on the back of a backpack. And one of them I like picked out the stickers and you burn them on. And then the other two, I had 3 on there. And then the other 2 were just really cool from Savannah. And he came up and was like, oh my God, you're so cool. And this is coming home right after finals, winter break. And I'm like, thank you.
You're like half conscious, like,
Thank you so much.
okay.
And he kept talking to me and then found me at baggage claim and then asked for my number. And he DM'd me today.
Trucker hats.
Yeah.
Let the ladies know.
It
It's the new
happens.
thing. You get that's what makes you people's airport crush.
You could literally wear a suit vest with baggy jeans that have rips in the knees and then put on your favorite trucker hat and then have messy curly hair and then hoops and a bunch of jewelry and it works. It's like free people Pinterest aesthetic of whatever year, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I need to come up with a word adjacent to like indie sleaze with glass.
Yeah, but I feel like it gets the job done. I know what you mean.
Thank you.
Of course. Do you have any sort of like philosophy surrounding your style? Like, style is a very broad term. You don't even have to think just fashion. But is it like being modest? Is it being free? Is it being, I don't know. Is it like leading with confidence, like showing everyone else who you are? I don't know.
I'm really glad you said modest because that's a term I use a lot or description word I use a lot, or not use, but think of while I'm getting dressed. And because how I'm dressed right now is kind of boho in a way, but it's also modest. I don't like to show a lot of cleavage. I don't like to show, if I wear something tight, I like the back of my shirt to be a little lower. And I just don't like to show up like, hello, I'm here, like, look at everything. And I think of that in terms of my professors and showing that I care, and professionalism when I have internships and other jobs. But
Totally.
I don't know. I like to know that I can still wear a tank top and then I do something else to show that I have class and care. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
To you. Okay.
Totally. Absolutely. Do you think, like, why do you think that is? Do you think that's how you were raised? Does it have anything to do with, like, your faith? You don't have to talk about that if you don't want to. But just, like, that's kind of a cultural thing to dress modestly.
Yes, it did start with how I was raised by my smoking hot mother. Okay, you guys would have the best play date in her closet.
That's so fun.
Sometimes when they're out of town and I'm home, like watching the dog, I'll turn on music, get a glass of wine, and I am playing dress up in my mom's closet.
Oh my gosh.
And it's really fun. But
yeah.
Yes, how I was raised, she is a very, very classy woman. She is hilarious. I get most of my phrases from her, which like somehow expresses into my fashion. And
a lot of things come out through
she's
fashion.
Hilarious, brilliant, and classy. And that has also shaped my interest in certain pieces of clothing, certain washes of denim, and like cuts of shirts. And then, I'm sorry, what was the last? Oh, and then as far as my faith, I mean, I believe in God through and through. I will pray over anyone. I'll pray over all y'all watching tonight. And I'm just a big believer, so I want to be proud of myself and also in the Lord.
Yes, okay.
You should just cut it there.
Yeah, I think we should just be done.
No, I love
Bye,
talking.
I have more questions.
Okay.
Okay. What are you tired of seeing? And as we move through 2026, what feels exciting or fresh to you?
I am so tired of seeing bows.
There's bows in your bathroom.
I put that there 2022.
Okay. So like,
Okay.
wait, 2022.
2023, sophomore year.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like we are kind of moving on from like the coquette, cutesy, maybe clean girl kind of vibe.
Yes.
Grunge is kind of coming back, I think. How do you feel about that?
I feel like grunge was also 2022 until now.
Okay.
But I guess it's also who you surround yourself with.
There's so many, like, there's trends happening always, you know.
And there's some that have never died, and I still like bows. Would you ever catch me wearing a shirt with a bow on it, like a printed bow, or like several? Never. That's just me. Do as you please. But it has taken something so small, just a bow, small, that's cutesy and girly. Overkill. I'm gagged by it, like how much is thrown in my face, and now it's ruined something and I can't enjoy it. But grunge is something that I feel it's been going on or escalated for going on since 2022 when we started SCAD. And that's also the amazing thing about SCAD is you watch people that you had in class freshman year, but you guys, it's like the secret or quiet, like, mutual acquaintance. Like, you always like each other's stuff, but you guys don't hang out, and you kind of, or your best friends, you watch them grow into their style. And I've watched so many people grow into grunge, and they kill it. And not one of them have not killed it, and I love it. I went grunge for a minute.
Savannah gives kind of grunge, too.
Yeah.
Just the city, like, it's how old it is, and everything's like falling apart and like.
See, personally, I find that a little like the elegance of the Spanish moss.
No,
dripping from the
absolutely.
trees.
Not in a bad way at all.
But
It's like
it's
it has
still-
history and it feels deep
Yeah.
and it feels
It's a
real
graveyard.
and yeah. No,
Yeah.
definitely.
I thought there was a ghost in my apartment when I first moved in.
I mean, you do live right next to Farside.
I live in the most haunted square in Savannah. There's ghost
Oh,
tours
yeah.
that go around my apartment. Anytime I'm sitting here doing homework and I hear them on their little microphone trying to torture me, I beeline it to my bedroom. I don't want to hear it.
Shut the door.
I don't want to
headphones.
know.
Yeah.
I do not want to know what happened here.
I know. I've never been on a ghost tour here because I don't want to know until I'm like about to leave. I think I'll do a ghost tour like my last night living in Savannah.
Yeah, I'll do a ghost tour after I don't have a bed in here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just I don't know.
Valid. Totally valid.
They just scare me.
I think those are all of my questions, Grace.
Okay.
But thank you so much
Of
for
course, thank you.
allowing me to be here and ask you all these questions, pick your brain. You're fascinating to me, so I'm happy to be
Thank you.
learning
I don't
more.
know. I could sit and talk with Maud all day.
We basically have been here all day. It took
Yeah.
us like 3 hours to figure out the mic and the camera equipment,
I
but
really hope mine's working.
I know. Okay. Thank y'all for listening. Come back next time,
We appreciate you.
please.
Just know that you are loved, you are good, and you are always sought about, thought about, and people do admire you, whether you believe it, think it, or not. So, bless
And
someone every day. and be
Nobody
blessed.
thinks that much about what you look like. This is just what we do for a living.
Truly. I walked outside in my head towel and a sweatshirt to go pay my parking the other day. I love you.
Peace out.
XOXO.
World Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.